Hello everybody, I'm Thomas. Welcome back to another video. This time I am back with doing a top 10 list of games that will be at SPIEL Essen 2025. If you didn't watch my last video, I am going to be attending this year, both Friday and Saturday. It's a week away, so I figured I want to put out my top 10 most anticipated games that I will be hopefully getting there, or at least looking at. I'm not going to get all of them. There's lots of great games. I've been going through this list. There's 1,000. I think there's like around 800 just for sale in the English category. So I've been looking through that. I've watched a couple of YouTubers do their top 10 list to get some other ideas. And there are a lot of really great games this year. I was surprised. It was kind of tough to narrow it down to 10, but I've done so pretty much. I do have 2 honorable mentions, which we'll go over first and then get into the top 10 list. Okay, first honorable mention is this game called RAVEL. I actually saw this on a Board Game Geek post where somebody was going through putting their top 10 list, and this sounds pretty interesting. It's a one-player only game where you have like endless resettable puzzles that you essentially it's quick to set up. You have just dice that you are trying to get into, I guess, certain positions. You have certain tasks you're trying to do. I like solo games. I like quick to play games. This puzzle looks pretty interesting. And it's at least going to be something I'm going to check out. So that was honorable mention number 1. And quick honorable mention number 2 is Compile Main 2. Compile was a game I picked up last year at Gen Con, and I really enjoyed it. It's a very fun and interesting head-to-head card battler, 2-player only. And this is a sequel, more cards. Sounds pretty cool. I'm definitely going to check this out and will probably end up picking this up because I really enjoy Compile. Now on to number 10 on the list. Okay, number 10 on my list is this game called Jisagi Anime Studio Tycoon by Esper Game Studio. This is a worker placement game. The theme is anime, more specifically the hard-working folks and the crushing business behind it. If you didn't know, I'm a bit of a fan of anime. I got a Attack on Titan poster right back there, and a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, out of frame. So I quite like anime. The art on this really grabbed my attention. It looks phenomenal. Seems like a pretty cool concept, something I would enjoy. I really like tycoon games. I've played a lot of like the PC games for like Mall Tycoon and this Tycoon and that. So tycoon games I quite enjoy. So I think this could be one that I might pick up. I don't know. Obviously it's my number 10, so I got 9 more games that I'm a little bit more interested in. That's also selling for 70 euros, so a little bit on the higher end, but looks pretty interesting, and I'm definitely at least going to check it out. Number 9 on my list is a card game called A Wild Venture by Pika Games. This is described as a fierce yet friendly competition for the most celebrated adventure of the village. It's a fast-paced strategic 2-player card game where you don't just build engines, you dismantle them. That sounds pretty cool to me. I think I saw this mentioned in a Dice Tower video, and I like the one thing that they mentioned that I agree with is like it kind of reminds me of like Adventure Time with its theme and art. I really like the concept of it, so this might be one I pick up, but there's a, I already mentioned I have Compile, and that's a 2-player only card battler game, and spoiler, but the next game is also a 2-player only game, not card battler. So I got a lot of 2-player games on there, but this one looks pretty interesting. It's selling for 30 euro, so not too bad. Number 8 on the list is Neuroshima Hex Battle. Steel Police faces beasts in a fierce tactical battle. It's a fast-paced and dynamic version of Neuroshima Hex designed for 2 people to enter this rich world, which sounds pretty cool to me because I feel like this is a game I've been hearing about for a long time. Never really knew how or like how to get into it and where's a good place to start. So a pretty simplified 2-player only version. The art looks really cool. Seems like a cool concept. It's something I might check out. So let me know in the comments, should I get, if I already just get maybe 1 2-player game between this or the last one, A Wild Venture, which one would you get? I'm kind of torn between the 2 and definitely won't pick up both. Maybe I won't pick up either, but we'll see. I probably would only get one of the last 2. So, and this game goes for 19 euros, so not too shabby. Coming in at number 7 is a game called Deckers by Deep Print Games. Its description reads, a Decker team cooperates to hack into a server's network and defeat its defenses. This is a solo and cooperative game. I guess I should be noting that a little bit more. Yeah, it has some deck building. It's co-op. It's a re-implementation of this game called Renegade, which I've heard a lot about since getting into board gaming and specifically solo gaming. I've heard this is excellent. I've heard it's also out of print and kind of hard to play and hard to get. So this is a re-implementation of that. Seems like a pretty cool theme. Looking at the board, it doesn't really, this doesn't speak to me that much. It doesn't look that exciting or interesting of a board. The cards look fine. I don't know. The theme sounds pretty cool. This is one I'm gonna at least check out, but don't know if I'll actually end up getting it. It will be selling for €35. Moving right along to number 6, a game called Onward. Its description reads, draft champions, slay monsters, and rally minions to destroy the enemy nexus. So Onward is the spiritual successor to a game called Skytear, which I've never played. The competitive card-driven game inspired by MOBA video games such as League of Legends and Dota 2. So that's what definitely piqued my interest, was a MOBA style board game, which I know there's been some in the past, and this is kind of based off of one, but this looks pretty interesting. The minis, I'm not big on minis, so I could take or leave those. Some of them look pretty good. The one thing I'm curious about that will be kind of a determiner whether I pick this up or not is how complex it is, because it doesn't look like there's much going on here. You have like these characters and then they each have like an item, but I don't know like what else to the game is there and like how much depth is there, because it seems like a cool concept. And I think as long as there's enough complexity, as weight 3 out of 5, so I imagine there's some depth, but it takes like 45 to 90 minutes. So yeah, 2 to 4 players, best played at 2, I guess. And yeah, I might have to, I'm just going to check this out. Might have to pick it up. It will be selling for €60. Coming in at number 5 is a game called A Carnivore Did It. Its description reads, suspects are telling the truth, but one is lying. Can you figure out who did it? And a little bit more description about it. It promises a guilty meat eater, but you have to determine the culprit for yourself. Maybe a herbivore was actually behind the crime. Perhaps you're searching for 2 culprits or even 3. So it's a cooperative game. Apparently can't be played solo. Pretty quick, 20 minutes, deduction. I really like deduction, so I think I'm at least going to check this out and will probably pick it up. It's also only €15, so pretty reasonable. Coming in at number 4 is a little game called Sanctuary. Its description reads, build a modern zoo for animals and achieve conservation goals. The publisher is Feuerland Spiele. And this is a re-implementation of a little known game called Ark Nova, which I've played on the channel once before on Board Game Arena. Quite liked it, but I wasn't blown away by it. And so this is a re-implementation, and from my understanding, it is a smaller, streamlined version of it, which really got me interested because very many people hold Ark Nova in such high regards. I quite enjoyed it, wasn't blown away by it. Maybe I just haven't played it enough. But a streamlined version sounds interesting to me, especially because one of my favorite games of all time is Jump Drive, which for those that don't know, Jump Drive is a streamlined version of Race for the Galaxy, which Race for the Galaxy I enjoyed, but I didn't love. But Jump Drive, it's one of my favorite games ever. So this has me interested in like, maybe this will kind of do to Race for the Galaxy for Ark Nova for me. I'm very curious to at least check it out and probably pick this one up. This will be selling for €50. Coming in at number 3 is a game called Age of Galaxy 2nd Edition. Its description reads, explore, expand, and build your galactic empire using over 30 unique factions. This is published by Portal Games. 1 to 4 players, 45 to 60 minutes, and is a 4X style sci-fi game. Believe it's mostly card driven, and that's pretty much all I need to hear, at least to give it a look and see if it's something I'd be interested in. The art style looks pretty great. I like sci-fi, I like 4X, has a solo mode. bunch of different factions that you can play. Like, sign me up. I think this, like I said, who knows if I'll get it, but it's something I'm very excited about and at least going to check out. And, you know, it's in my top 3. I'm probably going to get this. It is selling for, it looks like it's going to be on sale for €28. Coming in at number 2 is a game called Coming of Age. Its description reads, growing up 1 year at a time, developing goals for yourself and working towards them. It's 1 to 4 players, 40 to 80 minutes, published by Ludanova. And normally I try not to judge a board game by its cover, but this one, when I saw the cover, I was like, I don't know if that's really going to interest me, but I'm glad I didn't just judge it by the cover. Because once you look a bit more into it, it's... it seems like it's more of a like the board game life, but just a lot more complex and more stuff actually going on. And that really interests me. The art on this looks phenomenal. Like these player boards, it's kind of hard to tell, and I didn't even notice at first, but you're playing like inside your mind. Like these are your ears, and it's like a person's head kind of cut in half, but not like in a gory way. Kind of like that movie, I don't know, Inside Out, kind of taking inspiration from that, where you're kind of working inside your mind. The art looks cool. The idea seems great. It seems like something that I'm surprisingly very, very excited for. Has a solo mode, so I will almost certainly be picking this up, and this is selling for €55. And number 1 on my list for games to check out at Spiel Essen is Tag Team. Description reads, head-to-head tactical auto battler. Fight. It is a 2-player only game, plays in about 10 minutes, and its publisher is Scorpion Mask, which I am a big fan of this publisher. They are the ones for Sky Team and for Turing Machine, right? I think I'm getting that right. Which Turing Machine? I already have. I don't know if you can see it in frame. I have it set up on my table right there. I've been playing that recently. So I like 2-player head-to-head games. Card battlers sound cool. The art looks great. Like auto battler sounds very interesting. And Scorpion Mask is a company that at this point I'm at least going to check out what they're putting out. Will I get it? Maybe or not, but I think this is one I will pick up. I mean, small, compact, quick, card battler, asymmetric player powers, like that's all my stuff. So I'm almost certainly going to be picking up Tag Team. And so there you go. There's my top 10 list plus 2 honorable mentions for Spiel Essen 25. There were a lot of other really great games. Like I said, I had a list of probably 25 that interest me in some capacity, and then really had to trim that down to 10 with 2 honorable mentions. And this is sorted by hot, so like the number of thumbs on here, and there's like or low. This one looked really interesting. This was on my short list. Recall was on my short list. Good amount of expansions for games that I don't have, so those I kind of just passed on. But a lot of other great games that just didn't make my top 10 list, but I'm sure I will check out while I'm there. So let me know, what did you think of this list? Were there games you haven't heard of, games that looked interesting to you? Are there certain games that I completely missed on this list that you think should be there? Let me know. But like I said, I had like 10, 15 others that I had to just get rid of to condense it down to this list. But that's about it for this video. I am very much looking forward to Essen. Like I said, I will be there both Friday and Saturday, so if you're going to be there as well, hope to see you. And until next time, I'll see ya.